Dirt Tracks Midwest Late Model Racing Association having their opening weekend. Ricky Thornton Jr. won on night number 1. Who will win the big payday? We'll find out in 40 laps. Number 1, I'm Shane Freeby. Billy Rock is alongside. Heat races already done. B features all the way done. And Billy, kind of amazing to see so many heavy hitters come in and already on their haulers and on their way home, not making the show tonight.
What a fight to make the show. 50 cars in attendance here tonight. We dwindled it down to just 26 of the best, and they're going to roll for 40 laps with Jonathan Davenport picking up that fast time award earlier on tonight. He'll roll off on the front row alongside the 25 machine, your defending series champion, Chad Simpson.
44 degrees has lent itself to more horsepower tonight. Faster times than what we saw. 55-mile-an-hour winds, just a slight breeze here this evening. Let's meet the starters for a $10,000 payday at the 10th annual MLRA Spring Nationals. Jonathan Davenport had the fast time in qualifying, a 15.68 second lap. The 3-time Lucas Oil late model champ will sit on the pole. Last year's MLRA champion Chad Simpson will be outside of him.
Inside of row 2, a great heat race win tonight for the 11H of Jeff Herzog out of Festus, Missouri. And his outside the 11, it's going to be Spencer Hughes out of Meridian, Mississippi.
West Plains, Missouri's Logan Martin won himself a heat earlier on, and then the Squirrel, Brian Shirley, starts outside of him, a 3-time dirt car national champion.
Back in row number 4 out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, the Roberts Motorsports Black Diamond chassis of Garrett Albertson. To his outside, the Las Cruces, New Mexico, all Las Cruces row, the 2S of Stormy Scott.
Peyton Looney knows how to get to victory lane here. He won the Spring Nationals. He's won the Show Me 100. He starts inside row number 5 with EPJ, Jacksonville, Florida's Earl Pearson Jr. outside of him.
Back in row number 6, last night's early race leader, that's Dylan McCowan. In car number 8, the rookie driver, and Billy Moyer Sr., the veteran on the outside in car number 21.
Bobby Pierce brought home a second-place finish on night number 1. He won the Show Me 100 back in 2017 with Gordy Gundaker outside of him.
Back in row number 8 as we go 4 wide down the front straightaway. Beautiful side fireworks firing here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. As the drivers get prepared, we look back in row number 8. You've got Larry Ferris out of Nevada, Missouri. Your defending local track champion here, right here at the Lucas Oil Speedway from a year ago. And the 96 of Tanner English out of Benton, Kentucky.
Steve Stoltz out of Peoria, Arizona will start inside row number 9. And a man that had 2 top 5s in the Spring Nationals last year, Chris Simpson from Oxford, Iowa, starts in 18th.
Tonight's impressive B-Main winner, a runner-up in your series standings a year ago out of Ashland, Illinois. It's going to be Colby Vandenberg in car number 15V, alongside last night's A-feature winner. He's going to be going for that MD3 hard charger tonight, the 20RT of Ricky Thornton Jr.
Chris Hawkins, who made a late entry coming into Saturday's event, will start inside row number 11. And then Ryan Gustin, who has won at the Diamond of Dirt Tracks 3 times before, starts outside row 11.
Tonight's final qualifiers back in row number 12, the 56 junior of Tony Jackson Jr. and the 2 out of Searcy, Arkansas, Tyler Stevens.
Daniel Hilsebeck will start inside row number 13 out of Earlham, Iowa. And then Lebanon, Missouri's Brennan Willard will start back in 26.
Those 2 drivers, your MLRA provisionals based off of 2022 point standings, also based off 22 standings, will be Trevor Gundaker taking an emergency provisional in row 14 alongside of Brosley, Missouri's car number 93, former Lucas Oil Speedway winner Mason Oberkramer. That'll round out your 26 cars starting grid, typically 24 cars, but due to the higher car count, MLRA and local track officials here at the Lucas Oil Speedway electing to start 26 cars in tonight's grid.
Cars will get a little speed built up in them after we had our 4-wide salute and the pyrotechnics here that has become synonymous with events at Lucas Oil Speedway. Have to thank immediately, Billy, that Jonathan Davenport, after the run that he made last night, getting up into the top 3, the blistering pace that he had in qualifying on a track that is considerably faster than night 1, it's oftentimes difficult to pick the guy on the pole to win it because there is so much competition back behind him, but I gotta think that Jonathan Davenport has a leg up on everybody else right now.
It's hard to pick against him right now. As dominant as he was in qualifying in his heat race tonight and where he is starting from, it is going to be hard to bet against Jonathan Davenport in that Longhorn Nutrient Ag Solutions sponsored entry rolling from the pool. I would assume he's going to go to the bottom. We've seen some moisture on the bottom tonight. It's just how soon will that top side come in? Will it equalize with what's on the bottom side? You got Chad Simpson, brand new chassis up there for him, a Longhorn chassis this year, brand new on Thursday night. Great qualifying effort tonight. He is going to have a shot to roll from the outside front row. Your defending MLRA Series champion as they go side by side. Davenport jumps in early off the exit to turn 4 in that Lucas Oil start zone, and he has got us underway. Night number 2 here at the Diamond and Dirt tracks for the Arizona Sports Shirt Spring Nationals. Davenport wasting no time and jumping out to a pretty huge lead here on lap number 1 as he'll exit off the turn number 4 over the 25 of Chad Simpson. Now watching Spencer Hughes, a pair of 11s going at it back there for 3rd and 4th on the racetrack. Hughes up on the top side, Jeff Herzog on the bottom, and here comes Brian Shirley. Shirley going to split the middle, not able to get it done right there off the exit at turn number 4.
Here in the early going, we saw an event on night 1. We went 40 laps without a caution. Green, white, checkered. And these cars are already starting to get a little dicey as this is getting all mixed up front. It's been a good run to start the evening for Jonathan Davenport, but how about this battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th? Shirley starting to make some moves up on the top side. Logan Martin in tow in the 36.
Logan Martin back there in car number 36, started on the outside of row number 3, making his way to the front. Last night struggled in heat race action, had a phenomenal run in his B-Main, but he's going to slap the wall off the exit at turn number 4. A square shot right there for Logan Martin as he side punches the wall. That's going to allow him to drop a spot back there to Garrett Alberson in car number 58 as he makes his way up inside the top 6.
Boy, huge shout out to Mr. Excitement also, Spencer Hughes, who's having a great run up in 3rd right now. The winner at Why Not in a modified already this year, finished top 10 in Lucas Oil late model points a season ago, 9th to be exact, 5 wins in 2022. He is another driver that has gradually gotten better as his career has gone along, and he is looking at a podium finish right now, but Brian Shirley is starting to reel him in, now only back by 0.7 seconds in 4th.
As you see right there, your race leader, Jonathan Davenport, it's only taken 6 laps for Davenport to find the backside of this field, and he is already into heavy lap traffic as we now once again go to Logan Martin up there as he makes his way around the 11 of Herzog. Stormy Scott, the Rancho Malago number 2, in that battle as well. As you see Mason Oberkramer, an early retiree from tonight's A feature event.
2-time defending champ from MLRA over the last few years, primetime Tony Jackson Jr. You wouldn't expect a former champ to go down a lap early this early in the event, but he will fall by the wayside as Davenport wheels around him. We talked about the bottom side, maybe where they're finding that tackiness. I don't think so right now. They have all started to climb the ladder, and Davenport's finding the cushion up top. Good sledding as he is able to get a lot of momentum off the turns.
A lot of momentum right there. You see Shirley again continuing to his march towards the front. Right now sits in the 4th spot as he goes around Brennan Willard within a couple car lengths of Spencer Hughes for that 3rd and final podium position. But as of right now, Davenport out to a 2.0 second advantage over the runner-up car, Chad Simpson, who that time by Simpson able to take a couple of tenths off the advantage held out right now by the 49 machine of Davenport.
What we saw on night 1 as well is early in a race, Dylan McCowan had stretched out a lead to half a straightaway over everybody else. He didn't really fall back on his lap times. Everybody else got faster, as now you're starting to see that character start to show itself over in turns 1 and 2. Brian Shirley got into that groove, got popped up out of it, and it's going to cost him as he's going to get passed by Garrett Alberson. So Alberson will now move into 4th. Shirley drops back to 5th.
Great battle right there between those two drivers. They exit off of turn number 2. Still watching up front as Chad Simpson now has got some lap cars he's got to deal with that Jonathan Davenport has already dealt with. As those two are out in front, but we see another car off the pace right there and up and off the racetrack. That's the 15 of Colby Vandenberg will retire from tonight's A feature event as Garrett Alberson still starting to charge towards the front in car number 58. Caution for you at this point is we've got 14. Let's make it 15 laps up on the board in this 50-lapper. But how about that one right there as Alberson tiptoeing the top side of Spencer Hughes.
And this is what we were getting at with as the race goes along. Cars are going to start to come alive, and you're starting to see that right now in the 58 of Garrett Alberson, the Las Cruces, New Mexico native who was a winner at Boot Hill earlier on this year, a three-time winner, loves the Spring Nationals. 2 top 10 finishes last year on this weekend.
Alberson working in the bottom side again as we go back. We've been talking about him all night long, and that's the 11 car Spencer Hughes continuing to work the top side. A little smoke right there from Brian Shirley in car number 3. Looks like no harm, no foul as he makes his way off the exit at turn number 2 and down the back chute. As they continue to work the top side of the racetrack, mano-a-mano, Logan Martin right there in tow as well as Herzog down on the bottom side in car number 11. As we look back up front, Jonathan Davenport, Chad Simpson, your top 2. Alberson now in that third podium position. Hughes and Brian Shirley rounding out your top 5.
Jonathan Davenport has gotten through lap traffic extremely well. They have been single file for the most part up until a group right ahead of what you're seeing right now. Jonathan Davenport has built up a 3-second advantage. They're single file all at the tail end of the pack, getting around Bodenhammer right there. That's a car that will go a lap down. If he can pick him off at the right time, one by one, he'll be in good shape. If he gets caught in 2 and 3 wide traffic, he's going to have some issues.
18 cars left on the lead lap from our 26 car starters right here. And, you see right there that Davenport's out to a 3-second advantage. That was a second and a half. He's put those cars between himself and Chad Simpson, and he's really going to make Simpson work for this. He's out to a straightaway advantage as he pilots the top side. It's right there. Steve Stoltz all sorts of sideways up on 2 wheels. He hangs on to it. We'll see if we can stay green on the racetrack as Stormy Scott threads the needle right there. There's a 78 machine hanging on to it. He's right back under power, and he will keep us green on the racetrack.
Save of the night. You can see the damage on the left side of that car, just on the left rear. Now you see damage on Shirley's car. All the right side torn up from the wheel well all the way back, all crumpled up. Going to affect aero and push a little bit maybe. Hopefully that'll stay out of the tire and not cause any issues and make him go flat there.
I don't know. You're seeing that smoke already coming out of there. You got to think that's some tire rub right there on the right rear tire of Brian Shirley. We've still got a long way to go. Just 23 laps in the book. Still 17 to go. It's been caution-free thus far, but he still works to the outside of the 36 machine of Logan Martin. As we look back up front and we look at Jonathan Davenport once again. He now goes to work on the lap traffic down around the bottom of the speedway as we've now got 3-car action out there. Logan Martin not going away on this one, but it's amazing how well Brian Shirley is still handling with that right side damage.
And that's 4th, 5th, and 6th. Top 3 cars all have at least 2 seconds in between one of them. And I don't think it's hurt Brian Shirley at all, as now he is starting to motor past those 2 cars. He rides in 4th. Hughes is going to make a good run at him as Logan Martin gets up there as well.
It might have lifted that deck lid a little bit and got him a little bit more downforce. I'm not sure he's going to pass that droop after this race is over if he has to, but nonetheless, a great run on the top side for Shirley as he continues to dice it up with these 3. Now you see Logan Martin coming to the front of this battle. Hughes right there in the middle of this thing. This is a great classic battle, only if this was the battle for the race lead, but right now that one all belongs to a Jonathan Davenport out to 3.2 seconds.
They came out and farmed the track at intermission. If they had not done that, you wouldn't be seeing what you're seeing right now. You can see the stripes on the track through the turns. There are 3 distinct black marks as you go along. And on the inside, you saw that little bobble by Brian Shirley. That has been kind of a customary event that happens in these long races. You start to get those ruts. You have to find a way to either work around them or use them to your advantage. And right now, a lot of the cars are getting caught up in it, washing up the track, as Shirley does right there. Hughes will dive to the inside and get a nose out in front.
I'm not sure you call that washing up or just sliding a little bit of a slide job across the nose right there, but great run right there by Spencer Hughes taking that spot back. You see also here comes Stormy Scott. Here comes the 15 machine of Peyton Looney, both in this matchup, as well as looking at our hard charger right now. Ryan Gustin up 6 spots. Let's make it 7 for Tyler Stevens. Just jumped up a couple of spots on that lap on the My Race Pass app, and Tyler Stevens, right now your hard charger of the race, up into that 17th position after rolling off 24th.
And we're down inside 10 laps. Big change as far as just time goes, as now 4 cars involved, and here comes comes Bobby Pierce, a top 3 finish last night. We were so involved with Hughes and Shirley and Martin, we weren't really paying any attention to the cars back behind him. Pierce is in that. Scott is in that. All of those other cars, while they were battling it out, have now gotten into the picture.
Throw Moyer in the mix as well in car number 21. These guys all running right here on the backside. Moyer in the 10th spot in car number 21. The veteran driver works to the outside. A little bit of cream rising to the top here late in the going. As we seen last night, the bottom came in really good the last few laps. Now Moyer seems to have found something in the middle through the entrance of turn number 1 and 2. As now Shirley will drive down to the bottom side. As we put it up, it looks to put 35 on the board this next time by. Just 5 laps separating Davenport from that $10,000 payday.
Shirley had been running in 4th for the longest time. He is now down, dropped to 9th. Stormy Scott right behind him. Bobby Pierce now is the man on the move. He has worked himself up to 6th, was looking for a top 5 on that last lap, looking to the inside of Spencer Hughes. Hughes slams the door, gets back out in front of Bobby Pierce by 2 car lengths.
Pierce down on that bottom side, taking the short way around. He's going to slide it right up across Hughes. Hughes will pull the crossover move off the exit at turn number 4. Hangs on to the position at the line. That's your battle for 5th and 6th out on the racetrack. Pierce this time winds it up on the top side, and it looks like he'll have Hughes cleared down the back chute.
Laps winding down. Less than 5 now remain as Pierce has gotten around Hughes. He now is starting to stretch that position out, and Jonathan Davenport, 1.8 seconds, his lead over Chad Simpson. He had it upwards of close to 4 seconds as he splits 2 cars, including putting a lap down on the feature winner from night 1 of the Spring Nationals in RTJ.
I bet you that's something you wouldn't have said last night if you knew that what we were going to see here tonight is the white flag flies. Thornton 1 lap down as they take the white flag. But tonight it has been all about the 49 machine of Jonathan Davenport as he makes his way down the back straightaway one final time around the 3 machine of Brian Shirley. Circles the bottom side, about to pick up a $10,000 Lucas Oil MLRA payday. Your winner here at the Lucas Oil Speedway, and it's going to be Jonathan Davenport. Davenport picks up the win. We hadn't talked a lot about him tonight, but how about the quiet, consistent run by the man we call your defending Tractor Series champion. Chad Simpson comes home in 2nd, Alberson in 3rd. But the man of the night right there, Jonathan Davenport, will be heading down to Cedar Creek Beef Jerky victory.